What's good, YouTube? My name is Hector, and welcome back to the channel. Yes, sir. Bam! All right, so today is Wednesday. That means today is a leg day. It's going to be at Powerhouse Gym. It is quite cold today, so let's see how I feel for leg day today. So I'm going to get ready to finish getting ready to walk Bella. It's snowing out there, so got to go walk around. I'm going to throw some snow at her, and then we're going to go head to work, get that all out the way, and then head straight to Powerhouse to get this leg day in. I'm excited. I haven't hit legs hard in quite some time. It's been a couple of weeks because my knee has been pretty much out of commission these last few weeks. The cold and the pressure change and the rain has really been messing up my knee. But lately it hasn't been affecting me. I don't know if I'm getting used to it now or it has been warmer. And warmer, when I say warmer, it's like in the 40s. It's not like in the 17s like it was before I left for Florida. So it is actually a little bit warmer over here. So maybe that's what's helping me feel a little bit better. But my knee right now is feeling okay. So we're going to go head this walk in, and then I'll get back and we're going to head to work. So I'll see you on the other side. All right, it is quite cold out there. I ain't gonna lie to you. Anyway, so it is time to head to work now. I'm feeling good even after I've been outside for the cold for almost an hour. We had a nice little walk. Her feet actually froze over, so I kind of felt bad. She doesn't let me put on like little paw boots or whatever. So she never let me like protect her from like the elements. And I mean, she's a dog, so it is what it is. Like she should be used to it. But her feet did get actually froze over because we were playing in the snow and she started like acting funny, like she couldn't step on her paws. So then when I looked at her paws, they were like really red. So I actually lifted her up, carried her over my shoulder and walked her home on my shoulder. And then I warmed up her paws. So that was pretty funny. But anyway, all right, we're heading over to work. Then we're going to head over to Powerhouse. I'm very excited. I love hitting legs. That's why I'm obsessed with getting into classic physique. I actually really enjoy hitting legs. I want that to be a strong point, especially with the journey I'm going through with recovering from major knee surgery. I want to make sure I show that it is possible, and I'm going to make sure my legs are like one of my shining points. I love working out legs. I love pushing on legs. So if my legs feel good today, I'm going to really try my hardest to get some quality reps in. I can't wait till I fully heal so I can hit squats deep again and really like go at it, man. Because the legs, between back and legs, like it's a toss up between what's my favorite, honestly. I love between back and legs, it's really hard to choose. And then chest is chest. But those are my three favorite, like everybody else. So that's why my squat, bench, deadlift is very important to me, to make sure no matter what phase I'm in bodybuilding, like I will forever always want my SBD to be up there. Like it always has to be up there for sure. Like that just has to be a thing. So I would never give up deadlifts, never give up squats, never give up benching. But anyway, all right, I digress. I don't want to get late to work. So I'll see you guys on the other side. We go hit Powerhouse and we get this great workout in. Yes, sir. So leg day is all done. My legs feel fried, but when I tell you guys my legs felt so good to the point where I was able to push it today, made me happy. I was able to really contract the quads, both quads, which is the first time, especially on the leg press and on the leg extensions. Now I'm still not able to fully extend my left leg, but on that leg extension machine, that was the first time I used it, the single leg extension machine, and it felt weird. I think I'm gonna go back to just to the regular leg extension, we'll see. But I was able to push at least 20 pounds, again, not full extension, but I was barely able to push 10 pounds even, before. So I'm just happy I could push 20 pounds. That means my quad is activating. Still can't fully extend unless it's like feeling at 100%. Well, not 100%, but just like at a really good percentage. But either way, I still was able to push, and I was able to feel both quads, which I am so happy about. Hack squats, I was not able to get a full ROM. Once I was getting past a certain threshold of degree on my knee, it was starting to actually hurt. So I did a lot of hot half reps to the point where my quad felt activated. And then that's when I was just trying to squeeze as much as I could in my left quad. So there's a bunch of half reps, but that's the most I could do right now with my range of motion on my left leg. But progress is progress. Like, I know I was able to hack squat around September full ROM, but ever since the cold and me taking off a few weeks from legs because of the cold affecting me, it left some effect, So just building back up slowly, man. Like, the legs have to take a real priority, especially with the knee, to heal properly. So I make sure I don't have no lingering effects, because you don't want to ever have any kind of complications. You just want to make sure you're healing yourself appropriately, which means I'm actually going to and I'm getting sick, so don't mind the snuffles. Like, I'm actually getting pretty sick. I feel terrible. So hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to get better. I got Dayquil on deck. Yeah, man, I don't know. But so speaking of recovery, Wednesdays are going to be typically my rest days. I'm a day behind this week only because of the travel day on Monday. I'm still recovering from my schedule, and I have a new schedule lined out for my workout. Well, not my workouts, but for my videos, right? So Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday is my split, which means that on Wednesdays, it's going to be just a cardio rest day. So what I'm going to use is Wednesday as an opportunity to recover a little bit. I'm going to use the cold plunge that I've been avoiding in Powerhouse because I know it's really good for you, but I hate cold water. You could ask Michelle, like, cold water and me are enemies. I hate it with a passion. So I'm going to be stepping out of my comfort zone, and next week, which is actually on Christmas. Yes, I'm going to the gym on Christmas. I'm going to go ahead and do the cold plunge. And when I do the cold plunge, I'm going to record a video series called Spoken Plunge, because what I'm going to be doing is poetry. Shocking, right? Well, not really, because I'm an artist. I've always been an artist. I love art. Poetry is a form of art. I love all kind of art. Now, yes, I'm a more of a traditional comic book kind of artist, manga kind of artist, like digital art, spray painting, but I always like the literature arts as well. So I'm actually excited to try out poetry and keeping it vulnerable, keeping it on stuff that people could relate with, like food addiction, depression, unaliving thoughts, and all that kind of things. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real honest. I'm gonna be real. It's gonna be uncomfortable probably sometimes. Who knows? But that's the point. I want to showcase that, showing emotion is not weakness. It's actually strength, and you want to take that and utilize it the appropriate way. Because some people take emotions a bit too far these days. You got to be able to control your emotions, properly filter them, and analyze them to your benefit, and not over express yourself, if that makes sense. because some people are just a bit too sensitive these days. Anyway, I digress. So yes, every Wednesday on TikTok, I may put the video in the YouTube. I don't know yet. But every Wednesday on my TikTok, I'm going to have a spoken plunge episode tailored to episodes or topics that people may be relatable to. So I'm excited for that. It's gonna be a fun time to do that. It's gonna be pretty easy thing to edit. So I'm kind of excited for that. I'm not excited for the cold plunge, but you know, that's the point, right? We gotta keep improving 1% better each day. That's gonna be good for my body, my recovery. It's also gonna be good for my mental, because that is one of the toughest things you could do, let's be honest. So I'm excited, man. So tomorrow when I go back to Powerhouse, I'm gonna go ask the front desk like how the cold plunge works. I don't know if they supply towels, if I gotta bring my own, but yada yada yada. But I'll let you guys know. Anyway, I digress. I'm exhausted. I'm going to bed. Hopefully I feel better tomorrow. But either way, I am still hitting the gym. Tomorrow is going to be an upper day. So it's going to be chest and back. So it's going to be a nice focused workout tomorrow. And of course, cardio. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. And as always, if you like to support this journey and hop along, man, hit that subscribe button, brother. If you like this video, I know they've been a little long lately, but you know, I'm just showcasing every single detail, man. I don't like to really skip out because I just want you guys to see like the work that's being put in, because that's how hard it is. That's what it takes, man. That's what it takes. Some people take shortcuts, which is cool. If you want to take the shortcut and get surgery or the Ozempic, whatever the hell, you know, by all means, man, but you got to put in the work. You know, I'm trying to build a foundation. I'm trying to build the good habits. I'm trying to build things that will be sustainable without permanently changing things in my body, you know? Like the only thing I want to permanently change when it comes down to it is cutting off the extra skin, because I earned it. You know, that's my philosophy. Everybody has their own philosophies. If you went the other route, by all means, you know, to each their own. But for me, I'm going to grind this out. I'm going to make sure I build a foundation. I'm going to build a body of work. And I'm going to showcase that it is possible, man. It is possible. You don't have to go the extreme route. You just got to put in the work day in and day out. That is it. That is it. All right, brother. I am exhausted, brother. I am going to be out of here, brother. See you guys tomorrow.